The map number 2, which is going to be Overpass right here, right now, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be bringing the noise. Turkey able to scrape a win on map number 1. It was DE Train, and it was 16-14. These guys are heavy hitters, and they are going to be giving everything they have into this one. Argentina's map pick. Let's see if they can come out on top on this one. Turkey starting off on the CT side. Mega Man and Scrawny once again bringing you guys the action. Combank Arena, let me hear you!
This is what we're used to thus far. Turkey, again, on the CT side. They've got an Incendiary and a Smoke Grenade here on Major, and a Smoke, and a Smoke and a Diffuse here on Despace. So, interesting stuff with the Incendiaries and the utility, but already it's going to be Argentina out on towards the B site. They never see Major sitting behind the barrels, but Straka's not able to find two. NBL as well. 2 players left standing here for the side of Turkey, and Calic's already incredibly tagged down in this engagement. NBL spotting the gun of the player, whipping around the corner. It is a 4 versus 2 after plant, but there are a lot of players in this situation who are already tagged, including the man who's currently sitting still on top of the bomb. NBL's positioning spotted. Zanteres with a frag, Calix with one, and Johnny Boy answers back. It's just Zanteres now in Argentina with another great start and another pistol round.
Yeah, we'll see if they can maintain this time around, because this was the map that we saw Turkey able to pick up those anti-eco rounds in earlier in the day. So we'll see if they can replicate that, or if Argentina plays it smart, plays it slow, finds the picks, and wins these anti-eco rounds. We will be seeing that right here, right now. Nice little graphic transfer for... I'm not really sure what that was for, but nevertheless, 1-0, Argentina in the lead, and a big buy down. 2 SMGs on the board, but AKs for 3 out of the 5 players, and it is going to be a big buy down here from the Turkish side. Upgraded pistols and some armor to deal with as well. Paz already chipped down to 59. He got aggressive over there towards short, and he's going to get punished a little bit for it.
Still, we've got 2 players for Turkey here within the connector. 210 down on the other side, looking to use this AK-47 to his advantage at the range, but the Wandig from Zanteres, that's going to get the ball rolling. CT side with an opening frag. Now, fortunately here for Argentina, that AK has yet to be retrieved, but as I mentioned, Zanteres does take the peak, and unfortunately, even with a player on the top of the ladder, it's going to be ascertained. Turkey with a 5 versus 4 and an AK-47 on an already armored opponent.
Yeah, this is really scary. Zanteres is going to get chipped up, but they crush onto water, and they are going to be able to find those frags, taking down Tommy, but they answer back. Argentina able to find 3 kills, able to find a 4th kill, and it's all going to be down to Despace with the Desert Eagle, and he's dangerous with this gun. And 2 players incredibly low here for Argentina. They're going to be taking the peek out. NBL is going to get the verification on the positioning there from Despace, but he's already pushed out towards the short side of things. We'll see whether or not he can find these Wandigs. He has gotten a UMP as well, so things are going to get a little bit more interesting here as Turkey trying to answer the call.
Now, Despace does have 2 potential targets who are already incredibly tagged. Straka sitting at 46 and NBL at 26 respectively. So if he is able to isolate these fights, then very well he could find the kills. But what's really nice in this situation is Argentina capitalized on that situation where Turkey pushed all their players into the short water. And when they do so, we see Johnny Boy and the second player just whip straight out of Monster. They take site control because, of course, they're assuming that everyone had pushed. And justly so, they had. So a nice little bit to take the map. They go back, grab the bomb, find themselves the plant. It's a 3 versus 1 after plant. And Despace, he has something to save here, so that's exactly what he's going to be trying to do.
Yeah, and would be nice to carry that over along with the body armor. There is an AK lost somewhere on the map. Remember, they had 3 AKs on the Argentinian side. It'll be interesting. I mean, Johnny Boy's just running around right now. He's not actually going to find that AK, so he's going to stay on the MP7 for the money farm into the next round, which is actually pretty smart. Considering that they aren't going to have armor on 4 out of the 5 players. It's going to be a vanilla pistol round, but Argentina able to find 2 rounds in a row to start things off, kicking off Overpass on the right foot.
Fortunately for Turkey, it's only going to be Despace really in a position here to have that weapon heading forward. Argentina, now that is a bit costly. At least they, and I mean, you said it, right? The AK is not all retrieved, so it's going to be a toss around. Going to be finding themselves a 3rd. Now 2 SMGs. This is great because Argentina are looking to make some cash flow going forward here with that MP7 Mac 10. Most certainly possible. Turkey going to be having a very heavy presence here towards Fountain. 4 players already started to push up, but they do start to trail themselves in through the bathrooms, through long as well. Zanteres with this Deagle looking for another opening, but this time not as of yet. Calix taking a peek out from long A as well. So Argentina should have confirmation that there is an aggressive play from Turkey on 2 different fronts here.
Yeah, both a party peek and a peek from the bomb side. Zanteres still spamming away with that Deagle, not able to make any connections just yet. Tommy has been taken down to 87 from the long A push as they went for the boost up towards Playground, but now we're going to have a little bit of a stalemate. You've got Despace down in the underpass. He's got the UMP, he's got the body armor, he's got a smoke that he was able to salvage out of the last round and carry over into this round. We'll see if he can make a difference with that moving forward, but now we see a mass exodus. All of the CTs, they showed their hand at A, and I'm surprised that we didn't see an accelerated strat from Argentina towards B. Maybe they didn't spot nearly enough of the members. I think they spotted 3 of them, not necessarily 4 or 5, but Despe goes down. That's the UMP out of the hands of the CT side, and Straka is going to be able to find $300 from that AK frag.
I mean, it's a good thing, actually, for Argentina that they don't head towards that B site, because Turkey 3'd into this situation and rotate the majority of their players down towards here. So slowly but certainly, Argentina just encroaching their way up through the map. They've got some presence over towards Long A, but it does seem as though they're pondering whether or not they want to split the B site. Of course, they do still have a bit of time if they want to try to peek over top of the wall, but they're not going to have this info. So this could actually turn abysmal for Argentina.
Yeah, lead in with those SMGs. Let them try to shred as much as they can going forward, but they're going to throw out the nades, and they're actually going back up through Subway towards that A bomb site, and this is smart. That's going to keep them on the site. The nades are going to go out, and they're going to be able to find an open, wide open for the taking A bomb site. Smoke goes out, plant will go down as well. And a nice round here from Argentina. They're going to go for the money farm. And there you go. Johnny Boy is going to be able to find an extra $600 for his troubles. 3 players left on the board here for Turkey. A UMP salvaged as well, and Xanteris always dangerous with that Desert Eagle, but again, not a lot of damage out onto the Argentinian side. And here you go. There's the money farm. And Straka actually steals one away. I thought Tutenhin was actually going to get both of those, but only 1 MAC-10 kill. Not a big deal. But Major with the UMP over there by Playground. Probably not going to get out of here alive.
At least he shouldn't be. Straka is up towards Party. Straka's going to be spotted. Major taking a bit of a shot towards him. He doesn't really capitalize on the situation, but Major tagged to 43. He's looking to reel backwards, and you can see everybody on the side of Argentina just collapsing down upon him. He is no way he's getting out of here alive. He will get the chance to at least take down 1, but Argentina deny it on all counts. It's 5 players left standing here for the Argentinian side, heading forward into round number 4.
Yeah, and again, they're coming off on the right foot. They started 11-0. Remember that on Train on their CT side, and unfortunately crumbled under the pressure late in that matchup, losing 16-14. So they didn't have that strong of a terrorist side showing, to say the least. But now Argentina on the T side, able to get that first pistol round, able to get those anti-eco rounds and keep that momentum going. And if they can keep on with this, they could formulate a very strong terrorist side. And a very quick strategy right now is Tommy already in a forward position by Squeaky. And Paz is taking these leaps out. He does spot it.
Yep, and then he's going to throw down that smoke grenade so that they can't go into a rapid push into the B site. So this is going to be buying time for Turkey and allowing them to rotate players around. You can see they did have a player in towards the top of Bathroom, but instead now he's joining forces out towards Long A. This, of course, allows for Despe to rotate back, but it's Argentina to hit this site. Straka's found the first frag, and Paz down inside the water. Tommy drops him here. It's a 3 versus 5, and Turkey, they're starting to dwindle as far as numbers are concerned. The bomb now starting to be planted. Major in the middle of all this smoke. However, Argentina has to be cautious, but they found the plant, and they found the 5v3.
Yeah, really nice strategy there from the Argentinian side. Straka's going to be able to find 1 more, and we are going to be down into this 3-man advantage. The retake is still on. They're coming around from the pit side. But Despe finally able to make something happen. Straka goes down. Johnny Boy is going to be the final one, and Despe is going to be there. Johnny Boy doing a fantastic job, and Straka the only one to drop into that round. As Argentina pick up a 4th, and the first gun round goes their way. So they're starting off strong just like they did on Train.
I mean, yeah, that's a scary situation, right? They're starting off strong, but we've seen what's happened before, so Johnny Boy with a nice little, yeah, exactly, on the top of the boxes. Use that verticality, and he comes out wide for the second as well. Takes a lot of damage, but still prevails. So it's going to be pistols once more here for Turkey, and this means Argentina are facing what could be an easy conversion point to that 5-0 lead. But instead of going very quickly out here towards A, they just wait, see, of course, if the CTs decide to push, but it's only Xanteris over here towards the A site, and now he's repositioned down towards connectors. So this B site stack from Turkey is now going to culminate into a push towards Shortwater. They have a lot of presence here, while Argentina still remain in the extremities of the map.
That's actually the same thing they did on the last full save that they were on in the 3rd round. So trying to go for that collapse play again. Doesn't pan out for them as there was no extra aggression from Argentina. They learned their lesson the last time. So very slow strategy coming out from them. You can see the bomb outside of Monster towards terrorist spawn. You've got 2 players over in that area. They're going to go back and retrieve the bomb onto the back of Johnny Boy, likely, as he's the one in that area. But we will see Argentina take over subway control. Going to be looking to maybe go for a split onto one of these 2 bomb sites, and it's heavily fortified at B. You can actually see the number 4-man Calyx rotating down to join his comrades in that B bomb site, leaving just Xanteris at A. And not a lot of information gathered here for the CTs, if any at all.
That's the thing, right? They don't have all too much information, but Argentina don't have all too much map control. They've been lying in wait for so long now. There's only 40 seconds left, but you can see them picking up the pace quite quickly here. They're heading out towards Long A, looking to, of course, set this site take. But there's 3 players for the defense nearby, including Xanteris on this Deagle, who we know, of course, can be ever so deadly. So he's going to be looking to take the peak. The C's already starting to push on forward. They walk right by him. Xanteris is going to spot 2. He finds those both frags. 210 able to trade, but that's an awful situation situation made at least a little bit better as Straka clears the flank, but it's a 1 versus 2. He's got the AK, 15 seconds and the bomb down on the site. Turkey going to be able to split his attention as they have a player out towards long. He rounds the corner and finds the frag, 1 versus 1, and he has time to plant here. Paz, will he stop it? No, he's not able to close that distance, but he doesn't stick it. He needs to get the frag, and he's not going to get it in time. He comes off the plant, and that's going to be a round for Turkey.
Paz did get there in time to deny that if he was able to get the angle on that one, but unfortunately it does pull him off of the bomb. And with that being said, I mean, he did have time to get that kill. Paz just is able to find that headshot in time, and Turkey are going to be able to steal one away, an unlikely round. And when they did go and wheel and deal in towards that B bomb site, this is one of the things that I actually don't particularly care for the Argentinian strategy, is that they run the clock down a lot on some of these strats. They didn't hit in towards that bomb site until the very last seconds. There was like 15 or 20 seconds into that left in that round when they pushed in. Nice opening here. Paz does double up, but it is going to be evenly traded 3-on-3 situation. Calyx in the pit. We saw how strong he was from this position the last time that they played this map.
Zantera's now rotating down, and as well the third Turkish player coming as well. So Argentina are going to be finding this bomb plant. At the very least they have that, but now with it down, there's 40 seconds for the retake. 3 versus 3. 2 players up towards heaven have the verticality of this position. They're going to be laying down this utility as well to just curb off the amount of angles and positions that Argentina can use to their advantage. Johnny Boy coming in from water now. Of course, they're always aware that there could be the flank, but it's Xanceres and Calyx to come up from water. They trade frag back. Calyx able to take it as Straka finds the first. It's a 2 versus 2, and Calyx is tagged. Dutan finds the frag. Despe, the last man standing here, he's got this AWP. He sees the flash from Johnny, dodges the nade, finds the shot, and now it's the 1v1. The Molotov going to be burning Johnny. He comes out wide. He grabs the frag, and Argentina with a 5th round and the reset. Johnny's got something to say.
And he stays alive at the end. The bomb doesn't actually blow up and take him off the map, so he's going to carry the AWP into the next round. That's going to be a reset now. Because of that round win that they had, it might actually be a buy down because they were saving and going into the next round for a full buy. So they might have enough on the CT side to actually form some form of a buy. And they do. They force into this round. They are going to have 2 5.7s, a Deagle, an UMP, and a AWP on Despe. So that's a pretty heavy investment for them. They're going to spend all of their money, but MBL just wrecks Calyx going into that A-bomb or B-bomb site.
I mean, Major now, he drops into the water, right? We've said that pit position can be so strong, but 2 Turks down in there now. 210 going to get arrested. Major takes the frag with a 5-7, but Straka now with the response as he finds the headshot off the AK. They have to be cautious, however, as Despe has rotated down here with that AWP, and they've yet to find themselves onto the site. Nice shot here by NBL, but Paz clearing up the dig. The bomb now dropped. He lines another. Tommy going to bring it back, but it's a 1 versus 2. Johnny on 100 health. If his teammate dies, it's going to be up to another 1v1 clutch. Now he catches the cross, and it's the exact situation we found ourselves in. Despe looking to disengage, and Johnny does the same, but the difference here is he has the bomb.
He does have the bomb, but the big thing is that the rotations are so fast on this map that Despe could find his way advantageously up into that A-bomb site as Johnny is rotating around, but he's continuing to push forward. He doesn't want to give up the real estate, and I think he heard the footsteps, so the rotation is going to be on, albeit slow from both players. The push hasn't come in from Johnny Boy just yet, but he is up in the site already, and they are going to have Despe coming around from CT, so you will be seeing the plant go down, and now we're at a cat and mouse game. Who is going to win this peak? Despe not going to get the timing. Johnny Boy falling away towards long, and he's going to go all the way around. Is he going to get caught, though? He comes around the corner, and no, Despe misses the timing again. So Johnny Boy finds himself in a very solid situation for this post plant coming around through bathrooms. He's going to be able to play the range game, and he knows that Despe has an AWP, and he's going to get the timing again. Despe misses the timing 3 times in a row, and there he is, the man, the myth, the legend, the Johnny Boy.
My God, the timing there, just as the player repeats. I mean, he knew, of course, when
I love
he
how we
tapped
just
that
have
bomb,
a camera just static on his face.
how Johnny had to go for the peak because that bomb tap had been made. But then, of course, the moment the Turkish player unscopes, that's when Johnny comes out wide. Oh, the timing. I love this game. It's another round, though, for Argentina onto the board, and that force buy from Turkey doesn't pan out, but we have to give them credit. So incredibly close. No, this time they don't. It's only pistols, and very lightly at that. Not a single bit of utility here as Argentina use these double Mac 10s to try and build a bit of bank, and this is going to be nice because it allows them, of course, to find a bit of economic momentum heading forward.
Yeah, that was actually a flashback to the beginning of the last round. I thought that they had actually somehow forced an AWP again on Despe, but fortunately for the Argentinians, that's not going to be the case. They are going to have 2 MAC-10s into this round, so they're going for that money farm once again, trying to stack up the cheddar. And Argentina, I mean, 6-1 lead already 7 rounds in. It took 11 rounds on the board into the 12th before Turkey was able to strike, and it actually came on the back of a round similar to this one that they were able to find that first round. So we'll see if they can replicate that once again, but Turkey on the back foot as they do have a 5-round deficit to contend with.
Now, the smoke grenade from Tutan isn't going to be nice in the sense that Xanteras can't now see, so Tutan's going to be able to afford himself some positioning, and he's going to get up close and personal. And if he dies, in the worst case scenario for Argentina, he is only, of course, dropping that SMG with the armor of Argentina. It shouldn't be too much of an issue. He spots the first, he grabs the frag, and Xanteras trying to frag back, but it is going to be Paz to chime in, excuse me. Excellently done. As
look at this.
Argentina still sit in the 4v4.
Push coming around to the A bomb site. It was a B stack again from the Turkish side, and they're going to be able to get in uninhibited towards this A bomb site, get that bomb plant. Molly is going to prevent the rotation from coming around and filter them right into that player with the MAC-10 in the backlines, and Tommy is going to shred both of them. And this is going to look very good for Turkey right now as they get a lot of SMG kills. The flank does come out. The dink goes down. Major finally, after a long extended battle, is able to capitalize on that from distance. And he doesn't actually take any damage from that. And he's going to be able to find, ooh, nice shot there. Takes down Johnny Boy. And he actually gets the AWP out of this. So Argentina might want to accelerate behind this and chase this one down. They don't want to let him get away with this rifle, especially to drop over to Despe, because we've seen what that man can do with that weapon. Very dangerous in the hands of the Turkish side, but a 7-1 scoreline, and again Argentina off and rolling early in this matchup. And I mean, this is an even stronger looking Argentinian side. Did they lose a player? I saw some reactions there. Did they lose a player at the very end? We'll find out here in a second.
Yeah, we have to wait to see.
Yeah,
Straka, I mean, that's a nice positioning from Straka, because as they find that A plant, that player from Bathrooms is trying to come into the A site and split so that those players who are coming up from from the lower halls would be able to synchronize their pushes. But Straka being so far in the back lines, they never see it coming, and that's an excellent frag for Argentina. Great positioning as Despe misses the first shot, blinded entirely. He'll have to reel backwards here. It's a lot of playground control so far from the Argentinian side. Johnny Boy back onto the AWP despite losing it in the previous round, so a bit of a reinvestment, unless of course they saved it back. We get to see.
They did save it. They did save the AWP on the CT side, and there were 4 reinvestments on the Argentinian side, so they did lose another player at the very end of that round. So big buy down from Argentina. They're going to expunge a lot of their bank account because some of these rounds have come down to a lot of rebuys going forward. You can see they're setting up for a set play on towards that A-bomb site. The smoke comes out. Johnny Boy not going to take the peek. The long flashbang as well. And Despe, is he going to try to get in front of this smoke? No. He's going to fall back and play in the corner. This is a cheeky spot. Oh, he's going to get the double out of it. Beautiful job just finagling his way around the outside of that smoke. And he just lands that one. Double down. It's going to put Turkey into a very solid position now as Xanteras is able to clean up Straka.
Tutan's going to be trying to bring it back as he is still inside the Bathrooms. His teammate Long does have possession of the bomb, or at least was about to, before Despe finds a third frag in the round. The fact that he's able to exploit just the smallest little weakness of that nade, and with the collateral nonetheless, it's huge. Turkey looking to bounce back with the second round, but again, Tutan's still standing, and Despe again.
And I told you. I mean, they grandfathered that AWP in from the last round. They were able to save that. Here's a look at that double again. That's the weapon that they carried over. Major was able to save for him. It drops it over, and it puts it into Despe's hands. He might not have actually had enough to invest into an AWP after that save round was over, but because they were able to carry that over, he just completely turns that round on its head, gets 4 picks out of it, one of them a collateral, which is demoralizing in its own sense. But Argentina are going to reinvest into this one, and this is going to be their last chance before they're going to have to save. So Argentina, this is a must-win round for them in this opening half. Otherwise, we're going to see Turkey with a potential 4-round score.
That flashbang blinds the first 2. Now, luckily for Argentina, they are able to trade frags back, but Paz's Molotov takes down another. So Paz now looking to re-peek here. He has to be cautious. 3 players surrounding him. Playing this ramp does allow him to still have cover, and Calix within the pit is able to assist, but it is a man advantage to Turkey. And now with players rotating down, the defense is just going to be even more solid. Calix with 1 more frag. Tommy going to take 1 as well. So still trade frags back and forth, 1 and another before Calix drops the bomb.
Yeah, that frag onto Tommy, he was so low. Now, if he remains and Straka hits a ripper there, going to be able to take Calix down and make it at least a more manageable 1 versus 2. If he can isolate the 1v1s, that's going to be very beneficial for him. But Despe with that AWP on high, and neither of these 2 players have budged from this B bomb site as of yet, even though he is going to rotate back around towards terrorist spawn for the time being and just try to juke them for a little while, see if he can't force a rotate out in order to isolate those 1v1s. But for now, just going to play it cool. There's a boatload of time on the clock. 45 seconds left in the round, and neither of these CTs are moving because it looks like they want to play the buddy system and maybe go for that retake together if he does go up to the A-bomb site.
Bit of repositioning here from Paz. He's still on towards the site. They're taking an initiative off the flashbang, so Paz is going to be he takes the 1 versus 1. This allows Straka to grab the frag. 25 seconds, though, as he falls back towards T-spawn. Does he really have time to do this?
I think what he's going to do is fake the death cam and then go down through the underpass side, but he's actually going back up towards Fountain. He should have time to get there. It's going to be very close, and look at how he's forced Despay's hand. Despay's actually pushed all the way out. He's so far out of position. This is going to be really tight getting to the bomb site. 10 seconds, 9 seconds, 8. He's going to make it. He's going to make it. He made it. Barely. He put the Nikes on. He gets up there. The new Reeboks, whatever it was, he's going to be able to get there just in the nick of time. And because he gets the bomb plant down and Despay so far away, he's going to be able to get a forward position, a very advantageous 1 versus 1 spot. And now he knows the player is going to be coming up from the back lines. He's going to be over by Bank, and this is going to be very difficult for Despay to clutch out. He does have a smoke and a Molotov. He's going to drop out 1, drops out the second one towards the Bank side, and he's going to stick the bomb. Straka going to get there in time, though? 2 seconds, 1 second. The spam goes out, and Straka clutches a 1 versus 3 to carry Argentina's hopes and dreams into the next round, and it's a reset for the Turkish side.
They dodged what would have been a heartbreaking round there.
Absolutely.
For that run all the way back from Monster, I highly doubt
how close this was.
So freaking close.
Oh my God.
Almost just under a second there. So tactical pause actually being called here.
Yeah, and rightfully so. I mean, we saw it at an 8-0 scoreline for Turkey when it was on Train earlier. Once you lose that handful of rounds, and this time around it's after they do get a round win, so it's a hard reset onto the Turkish side. So they're going to try to regroup, think things through about what they want to do into their next buy round, and see if they can't fortify their defenses, because right now the weakest link in their defense is what's happening over at that B bomb site with those aggressive monster pushes. The player playing at barrels is getting picked early, the player that's playing close slope is getting picked early, and that's leaving a lot of pressure on Calyx at the backside of that pit to come up with some big plays.
The fact that Straka is also aggressed in the previous round over towards Monster, I mean, I know Turkey tried to use the prop flash and a bit of teamwork to find the kill, but they put their player in a position where the frag itself is untradeable, so questionable decision. I see the initiative, obviously, and they're trying to take the fight to deny Argentina any chance, but rather instead it loses them a man and ends up helping Argentina find an 8th, and as you mentioned, the reset.
I actually want to point something out here as well, is when Argentina was taking on Denmark earlier in the semifinals, the very last map that went 16-14 down to the wire, Straka had like 9 kills for a long duration of that. He was actually the bottom fragger for Argentina when they were on Cobblestone. In this series so far, he's been the top fragger. I'm pretty sure he was the top fragger when they played on Train and they lost 16-14, and he's 15-5-7. So not only is he getting a boatload of kills, he's also doing a crap load of damage to the players on the opposing team every single round. 5 assists in 10 rounds, that is a lot of damage because it registers it at 45, I believe. If you do 45 or more damage, you get that assist icon next to your name. So with that being said, I mean, he's doing a ton of damage into these rounds, and you can see how it's just collapsing Turkey. And that 3 versus 1, super demoralizing for the Turkish morale.
Removing the pause here. We've got armor on Paz. Buys down to $3,000.
Yeah, this is an equalizing buy.
Yeah, exactly. Just going to be curbing the amount of money that they have left over, using the potential round loss bonus to their favor in the following round. But 5-7s across the board. We've got a Desert Eagle here on Despay. Kevlar on 2 players and pop flashes as well, so they might be trying to take some kind of a peek here, try to group their players together and take the initiative. Argentina looking to use the pace towards that B site, but they've left the bomb and spawn as well, so maybe just playing for control. It's going to be NBL to find one. Tommy chimes in with another, and very quickly here, Argentina already starting to topple the defense.
That Molotov was fantastic. I'll talk about it here in a second. As Xantares is able to pick up Tutin and salvage an AK into the rest of this round, but look at NBL's positioning. He's all the way back, lurking deep towards terrorist spawn, towards Fountain. And if Xantares tries to fall back from this one, he could get caught out and lose that AK-47. And you can see they're taking the bomb into B all by his lonesome. All of the other players are going to be on the hunt right now. And you can see Johnny Boy, he's got that SMG. He's going to be looking to money farm a little bit and salvage the AK for his comrade into the next round. But that Molotov, they actually threw that from terrorist spawn. It lands on short. And because those players have been going for that aggressive short water peak, before they even got to short water, there was 2 players that were already down sub 40 HP. I mean, that's so easy to handle in that situation.
Exactly, that's huge, and especially in a situation where those pistols can't actually close the distance. So, Xantares,
a little slow, but
yeah,
all right.
A little bit of a reaction time from MBL, but I mean, catching Xantares looking the other direction allows him to follow that up. 1 SMG carried forward on the side of Argentina, but they do keep 3 AKs as well, so that's exactly what they'll need. Very little reinvestment, and that's nice because they dodged the bullet. Maybe used, as you said, because of that utility and usage. So. Big investment, and it pans out perfectly.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome to see that. I mean, sometimes it's nice to have that follow cam on some of those nades just to see the direct impact that they have, but that was one that was really easy to tell, considering that as soon as they got to short water, there was a Molotov there, and there were 2 players that were incredibly low. This time around, they're going to take short water control again on the CT side. Calyx is going to be over by the squeaky door, trying to get an advantageous position, and Tommy coming out just wrecks their ideas, and tapping away is going to be Straka. He is incredibly low, but it's a 2-for-1 trade favoring the side of Argentina, and again, they start off with a hot hand into this one. Major trying to get a refrag to equalize things out, but unfortunately for him, Argentina is going to be able to fall back through the monster side and find their way back towards mid.
Now, generally speaking, these are the kinds of situations where Argentina are incredibly strong. They found themselves in an advantage with lots of time on the clock.
Yes.
They like to go for these early bits of pushes to try and find themselves with an opening frag so that they can do exactly this. Reel back, reposition, find a new direction, and then set the play up accordingly using the amount of time they have on the clock. But Despe's jump peek spots one player, and as he comes wide, he's going to drop NBL, so it's back into the 3 versus 3 with Straka being tagged incredibly low and Johnny also damaged. Major rotating back towards the B site, potentially was going to go for the flank, but instead will just reel backwards. And Despe, he's been doing a very good job of holding on here with this AWP.
Yeah, his up has been extremely strong. He's just jumping behind the APC for the time being, trying to get infill. And he's going to be able to spot Johnny, but he's not ready for the peek to come out. And that was a really nice bait and switch. Johnny peeking out, Shirley saw him back there, and it's going to say, all right, he's going to post on me in this situation, peek from long, and a nice little bit of teamwork there. Straka should lose his life on the exit here, and he will, but that's going to allow time for Argentina to get in positive post-plant positioning for the rest of their teammates. And Tootenhen, he's on the hot hand. He's got the 100 HP. Johnny Boy's going to be able to go out, try to do the damage, try to bait him out, and then Tootenhen is going to be able to go for the frag. They're body blocking here, but nobody's actually on the bomb, and nice peek there from Johnny Boy is going to net a lot of damage onto Xantares.
You can see Major, he's still fascinated over with long, so they think there's a player in that direction, but instead now he's repositioned, so Johnny going to be able to take one more frag. Exactly, no kit. They had a Molotov, they used it to block off long. Major's going to be trying to escape with the AWP here, and he looks as though he will be successful in said endeavor. Johnny should be dying.
Yeah,
he will. But at the very least, they do find another round. It's 9-2 on the T side of Overpass. Argentina bouncing back.
I think they lost the op too. I'm pretty sure they lost the op right there at the very end because that player came around from short and peeked on Monster Pipe where Major was with the op. So we'll have to see what kind of an investment actually comes out from the CT side this time around. But if there's anybody who has an op, we'll have to look at the money coming down, and it doesn't look like it. Here's the replay at the very end of that round, and I'm pretty sure Tootenhen got it out of his hands, and he did. So nicely done from Argentina. No guns carried over, so no joy for Turkey, and they are on another pistol round. And you can see the economics of this game, the buy, lose, save situation with those expensive rifles on the Turkish side.
Again, Argentina now, they may have a read into the strat of Turkey, or at least their buy-up, because they're looking to take a very fast pace, this time out towards long A. Of course, they do still have Johnny Boy down towards the bottom of connector, so any fast flanks from Turkey up through there should be met with resistance. But now as he disengages, it's going to give the map control back towards Turkey. They're trying to close this out. The Molotov going to be preventing Xantares from coming around that dumpster, but he spots players off the D, unable to find these shots though. And this is going to be Argentina finding the bomb plant. Great after plant positioning as well, but they do have to be cautious because Despe's still all the way in the back of the T-spawn, but Johnny doing the exact same thing to the CT side. Look right now, he's coming in from the back. He's going to start to walk it out, so he is unknown, and this should be great. He spawns 2 players, lines them up, looks to knock them down. Major going to be surviving for a little bit of a second, but Tommy with one more. It's just going to be Despe, and he's nowhere to be found.
Well, Tootenhen didn't actually spot his shoulder coming around from bathroom side, so he's going to be able to creep a little bit closer, but finally gets spotted and he goes down. A clean round from Argentina, and they are up to an 11-2 scoreline. So again into this matchup, a tremendous lead from the Argentinian side, and again you can see the poise, the focus, the determination into this one. They are down a map, and having a tremendous terrorist side on this map is definitely looking good for them, considering that sometimes their T sides have been a little bit lackluster. Their CT side seems to be their strongest feature, and carrying this big of a lead forward into their CT half is going to be nothing but beneficial.
I mean, we have to remember, of course, that Train was the map they had no business winning, and they nearly brought it to it.
So
here
close.
On Overpass, clearly asserting their dominance, or at least here for the first 14 rounds. But it's going to be a buy-up on the side of Turkey, so they should be competitive in this one. AKs across the board for Argentina. Johnny Boy not on that trusty op. Major going to be playing on the opposite side of Monster. When the players come out, though, they check the corner. Straka finding one. There's still a lot of presence here from Turkey, and players also rotating down, but Tommy grabs the head of Calyx, and it's another frag to the favor of Argentina as there's only 3 players left standing.
All these nades, too, coming into the backlines, and Straka's going to use the smoke to his advantage and finds Paz. It's a clean bomb site. Double op setup here for the CTs. That's the change. But unfortunately, they're rendered useless because of these post-plant positions. They're going to have to fall back and save this one. So So Argentina are going to go up to a 12-2 scoreline, and this boost from Johnny Boy, they're not going to be seeing this one coming. And if they start to fall back from this, he's going to hear these footsteps. He knows exactly where one of the players is going to be. The other one has already hightailed it to long A, and they're both going to try to stack up. Look at number 6 right now, Tootin. He's coming around the corner. If he gets a line of sight on these guys, he's going to be able to find it. They're not going to be able to get the off out in time. Finally, they do. But the damage has been done. Xantera's on 1 HP. Nice turnaround from Despe, though. And they're going to do their best to hold the Alamo here in the bathroom side. It doesn't look like they're going to get too much more contesting thus far. There's no nades left on the terrorist side from Argentina. Oh, man. Oh, okay. Despe goes down, so they don't. Oh, they both lose it. So really nicely done. I didn't think they were going to get there in time, but again, the punishment from the Turkish side is just grueling for them. They can't get anything going on their CT half. Look at that crowd.
Yeah, excellent stuff.
Beautiful
Turkey
people.
On to Argentina, 12, 10-point lead. And again, they move forward with another formidable purchase. 5 AKs, nades aplenty. They haven't been using these AWPs on the T side, and they haven't even needed them because these rifles have just been so on point. Argentina playing the frags, being aggressive, and really just not allowing Turkey to take any sort of momentum or control. It's excellent stuff being seen here from Argentina, but Turkey still continues to try to bounce back. Xantera's again grabbing an initiative, and this is an advantageous position for Turkey as they find themselves with the one body up.
Yeah, and that, I mean, like you said, I mean, he meets the aggression with aggression of his own. He pushes Subway. This is the first time that we've actually seen that pan out for the Turkish side, and they carry a man advantage. And look at this positioning from Despe. Catches out one, catches out a second one, and Turkey looking to at least pick up a third round before the second half starts. It's going to be Major around the corner. He's going to catch another one out. And there you go. Finally, a clean round, a decisive round for Turkey, but not after Argentina picks up 12 rounds of their own in a very strong and one-sided half. Going the way of Argentina. They're 4 rounds away from closing out this map and forcing a third map on Cobblestone, which we know they can play.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I mentioned it again. I'll mention it once. I'll mention it again. The fact that they didn't or weren't supposed to be competitive on train, and now they've brought the fire yet again. But we also have to remember that Turkey themselves can bounce on back. It was 11-0 at one point on the first map, and still Turkey were able to prevail. So Argentina with the tall order, and they know it. Turkey, 5 players heading out here towards that B site. They have 2 sets of utility, 3 sets of Kevlar, so they're looking to use this heavy nade play in order to overwhelm the B site. NBL, he's going to be playing Toxic. He's got Straka with his head down, so they don't see him, but it's a gush. Down goes the first. Straka going to be committing to this position. Tommy trying to pop heads on the cross, and now Straka is going to reveal himself. He's telling himself up. He misses these first shots, but Calix does finally die. The bomb planted, and they never react. The position pans out, and it's Major now in the 1 versus 3. He's tapping away to find 2 more, but almost he brings it. Tommy, however, able to clear it, and it's Argentina with a pistol, Argentina with a 13th round, and a very real potential to close this game.
The biggest part about this is we look at some of the wins that Argentina has had throughout this tournament, and I think that aside from their win over Tunisia on Dust 2, which was like a 16-2 win, this is their second most decisive lead that they've had in a match, which is completely ridiculous to think that it's coming at this late of a stage. These guys are super focused into this matchup, and I gotta say, man, they are bringing the noise on Overpass. 3 rounds for Turkey, 13 for Argentina, and they never got down on themselves after that really close loss on train. That's something that can kind of tilt some players sometimes. We see it happen. You know, you lose a close match, and then the next match you're not even remotely competitive.
I mean, you'd think, but if that was the case, excellent stuff. Great map play here, but if they were going to be giving up and tilted from close games, then they would have already been eliminated from this tournament. They're trying now a little bit too hard to get this boost. Johnny Boy's going to be on top of it. Finally, he gets this positioning, but they're never going to see this coming. He's already spotted 1, but he doesn't capitalize with the frag. Now they have to know, of course, that there's 3 players over here on this position because that is a 3-man boost, and little do they realize it's not just 3, but potentially 4. 1 man rotating up with this defense, but Turkey definitely looking to take this site. All 5 players ready to strike.
He was on the struggle bus there for a little while trying to get up there. I think he just kept sliding off his head a little bit to the side, and I think that's what happened when he actually went to go shoot, was that he started to crab walk out, and he just gets slid off the top of his head. But deep back positions here from the CT side. They know exactly where they're hitting. Look at the commotion. Look at all the CTs that are just encroaching on this area, and Johnny Boy with the boost finds a second. Nice return frame from Calix, and a nice shot from Xanteras. This is a force buy from the T side. Keep that in mind. And they're going to have an AK and a UMP, not just an AK, but it is in the hands of Xanteras. If you ever wanted somebody in a 1 versus X situation on your side, Xanteras is probably the man that you want. But look at the HP values of everybody in the server. Everybody is right around 100 HP. And this crossfire from the CT side, they're just playing this out, waiting for the bomb plant, and they're going to go for the trade frag once it does go down.
And Argentina have been good in the previous half of disengaging from these situations and using the amount of time they had left over to their avail. Zantera is looking to do the exact same as he takes himself through short, background, through monster, into the site, but they've just been lying in wait, as you said, setting the crossfire and looking to play that double play. Zantera, he's going to be committing to this bomb plant, so now the CT is ready to take a position out. He's keeping his eye on towards heaven, but there's nobody there. Both players here by Graffiti. If they don't time this perfectly, he could have possibly got it, but it's Tommy with the frag, and the patience from Argentina pans out, despite Turkey being so successful usually with these force buys. And that one was close. It is going to be Argentina with another round.
They're starting to get a little bit more hyped over there in the Argentinian camp, and you can see a little bit of
deflation.
Yeah, to say the least. I mean, these are some nice frags coming out from Xanteris, able to kind of bring it back into their favor. But unfortunately, I mean, even if he does get that kill on the guy at Graffiti, he has no idea where that other guy is, considering that he was still hunkered down by the CT spawn side. He would have been able to maybe go for the double peak, but look at the scoreline right now. I mean, it's 14-3. You've got 3 players sub 10 frags on the Turkish side. You've got Straka with a massive performance. One time that you absolutely needed him to step up, he comes in huge with 22 kills in a 17-round map so far.
I mean, he's looking to grab some more frags here, and already the the nade Paz dropped by 60 points of health. Now Xanteris is able to take down Straka. He was going to be presented a very nice little bit of damage, but NBL rotating down. Tommy grabs one more frag, so we're into the 4 versus 4. Johnny Boy only on this P250, however, and still 2 players up towards bathrooms. It's going to be Argentina having to hold the line as they are outnumbered, are outgunned, but most certainly not outskilled. It's going to be Major to drop. Paz able to trade the frag. NBL taking damage here, and Despe clears it out, so it's a 2v3 now, and the bomb not yet down, but a nice little flank coming in for him, 210.
One of the things that I did want to point out too is that dunk nade that went on to Paz. He was one of the 2 players that had a lot of utility in his pocket going into this round. He drops to lose all of that. Despe does get the return frag on a Toon Hin, and this should be a round for Turkey, but again, I mean, the money is probably looking pretty good from Argentina's side, considering that they were very fruitful in their opening couple of rounds, not losing a lot of players, so they should be able to rebuy and reinvest into this. You can see Johnny Boy only on the P250. You talked about it before, how when he wants to get that AWP, he hangs onto a P250. They were probably expecting a save or maybe a little bit less of a buy from Turkey, but they actually get that bomb plant the round before, and they're able to formulate an even bigger buy. Now Johnny's going to go down. Calyx is going to find it in 4 rounds now on the board, and actually it will be a save from Argentina, but they've got a 10-round buffer to work with, so they're going to be able to save up here. It might actually be a double save as well, as Toon Hin is only on 1450. So they might go for like a pistol armor buy into this round and then have a nice big buy into the round after this.
Now, luckily for Argentina, it's not like they're just sitting on 11 anymore. They are on 14.
Yeah.
So even if they win a round, Turkey are going to be having a chance here to kind of start culminating a bit of money. And so when Argentina win it, if worst case scenario they are reset in the following round, all they're going to have to do is reset accordingly, and then Turkey shouldn't be able to close the distance with all of that time, because the round loss bonus will come into full effect before, of course, Turkey get towards 14. It's a very real opportunity for Argentina to bounce back healthily, but as you mentioned, of course, a full save here. Xanteris will be taking some damage, but he does grab a frag. Of course, all this just anti-eco. He's being actually swarmed out by Tommy now, who's coming on through the monster, so NBL able to grab the kill. It's a 4 versus 4 and an AK picked up.
Yeah, and they've actually got time to rotate back in towards this A bomb site and hunker down for the push that's inevitably coming here from the T side. He's going to be able to lay a dink out, but simultaneously he goes down as well as Toon Hin, and that's going to be putting it into a 4 versus 2. But Tommy with the salvage to AK is able to do a little bit more damage into the round, and NBL coming around from the bank side might be able to do a little bit of damage also, as you see them both grouping up to go from the same avenue of attack. But that smoke comes out, and that's going to put a big spanner in the works. They boost up on top of it. Peek out over the top. They are going to be able to find a little bit of damage on that player long range. Major down to 26, but no kills coming out just yet. And at this point, they might want to start thinking about running away and holding on to this AK, and that's exactly what they're going to do. So a 14-5 scoreline moving forward into the 20th round. And Turkey, they're down, but they're not out. And this is a team, you know, they've been a big threat. They've only lost 1 map the entire duration of this 4-day span of LAN. And pretty nice stuff from them. Look out, though. Major coming around, finds it. But he will be able to salvage the AK regardless.
Yeah, exactly. So they lose 1. Yes, they do. Hang on. Oh, Despe. Wow. With only a moment later, it's very real. He actually denies that save. So Argentina with a stroke of luck on their side as they do grandfather that AK forward. Still, Turkey going to be rebuying, of course, accordingly, as they did lose quite a few players in that one.
Yeah, that's the scary thing about it. And here's where that double save comes in. They're going to force up a little bit of pistol work. They're going to force up a little bit of body armor behind this to go along with that AK. So they can just play past the AK-47 this round. If that player dies, they should be able to pick it up off of his body. Yeah, he is actually at long A by himself, so if he loses that, he might not be able to pick it up. But This round has a lot of potential for Argentina, actually, with this big investment. You can see Johnny Boy's going to go forward. Kalix playing that one smart, plays far back. Straka now trying to work around the smoke, finds one, finds two, shuts it down. It's a 3v3, and they've still got armor on two out of the three players that are alive. Finally, Straka goes down, but that's going to allow time for the rotate. Look at the backstab coming in from MBL.
He does still have that AK-47. He's got his armor as well, so the aim punch not going to be an issue. Kalix, though, he's aware of this possibility, but he gives up just on time. At least in time to the favor of NBL. So NBL's teammate, 210, tagged currently, 19 points of health remaining. So he should be looking to grab the attention of the T's, but NBL capitalizes. He drops the first, looking to take down Major as well. He's tagged himself, 18 points of health, but crucially, the bomb has been dropped. Now, this is a nice little play because NBL grabs the second, and 210 now has time to come rotate and help his teammate. So they will have two players with their crosshairs trained down Monster where the bomb is lying in wait. Paz going to have to nail the timing here if he needs to reacquire this device, and he does peek wide. Both players here for CT's peeking it as well, but Paz has grabbed the bomb, and he gets back across. It's going to be a free bomb plant.
And we'll be able to push back down. They know that he's gotten back into the site now that that bomb gets planted. He's going to be looking to defend from the backside of the pole here. This is going to be tricky, to say the least. Send in the low player, try to do a little bit of work, and he gets caught looking the wrong way. Argentina steal a way around, and they find themselves on map point for map number 2. And again, an unlikely round, and it's the hero play from Straka. He drops two players pushing in towards that bomb site, and then the backstab comes out wholeheartedly off of that AK that they saved from the round before. So you can see the importance of that. Massive round from Argentina, and they are going to find themselves one round away from forcing Cobblestone, map number 3.
Oh, this is so exciting. Argentina. I mean, what a bounce back, obviously. You'd think
Absolutely.
It's
the
just
determination, the poise.
And to think that if they do pick this one up in this next round, because of course Turkey is limited currently as they do have two players still on pistols, well, it's a one-round decider away from Argentina potentially 2-0ing Turkey in the grand finals. That would have been incredible to watch, but if they want it, they'll have to bring it to map number 3. As you mentioned, Cobblestone potentially on the table, but Turkey's still capable. They are resilient, they are resistant. And they need 10 consecutive rounds. It's an incredibly tall order, but it's possible.
Yeah, they're pushing up very aggressively towards A, and they've already been spotted outside of Athens. Johnny's going to rattle off a shot, trying to connect. Not able to find it. There's the shot, though. Paz goes down. 4 frags left. Oh! What a shot from Johnny Boy! Going for a third. Not able to find it, but the smoke comes out on long A. That's going to give him a little bit of cushion from these players that are starting to encroach on his position, but it's Major to find one. The trade comes back out. It's a 2 versus 4. Make it a 1 versus 4. And Johnny goes big in the last round, and that is going to be Argentina picking up map number 2, and they're going to be forcing a third map into this series, as it is going to come down to Cobblestone, our decider. And man, what an exciting semifinals we've had into the finals. A 3-map series all the way through.
It's just been nuts ever since we've gotten into the combat. It's been crazy amounts of good games, especially today.
Oh yeah.
And my God, Argentina pick it up. So we are going to be going to the very last possible map of the tournament to decide who will be your grand final victors.
Absolutely. I know you need a breather, I need a breather, everybody needs a breather real fast. We're going to take a real quick commercial break for you guys, and we will be back with map number 3 before you know it. Don't go anywhere, you don't want to miss this one. Cobblestone coming up next, Argentina and Turkey.